Hey everybody. So I want to frame this video and I will state the thesis up front, which is that creativity in the age of AI is actually increasing and the need for it is increasing as opposed to decreasing. A lot of people are in this kind of doom and gloom mode that I've seen, as far as thinking that in the age of AI, we've come to a point where it can just do everything, right? And so since it can do everything for you, then creativity is gone. I've noticed the opposite problem. So I have this discussion with a lot of people, right? They have this discussion. And then the other big discussion that I have with a lot of people, like just flat out honestly with regards towards my agency and everything else that I run lately, is how do I get leads? How do I get traffic to my site? These are the big questions. And across the board, I get asked these questions. And then sometimes I dive into my own metrics, and then people are shocked by when they see kind of my own results, right? So I'm just showcasing this is one of my websites, and I have a few, and they all measure around this, right? And I don't do paid advertising or marketing for these sites. This is all organic traffic, and I don't try to like rush traffic to them. I'd rather have like quality traffic than just like spam link the links everywhere, right? That's kind of always been my approach around these things. And then people, they wonder how I get these results and these numbers, and it's content. The content is king, right? That's been all my approach always, is that good content is going to matter for you at the end of the day, and it's going to go further for you at the end of the day than anything else. And then so I think that probably brings in and makes you ask the follow-up question to that is, do I utilize AI in like my article and my blog writing, etc., to drive this traffic and these results? And I'll tell you flat out, honestly, yes, I do. But I think what I do differently within that is that so I've utilized AI a lot and extensively at this point, and especially for our article and blog writing. Like I'll give you my flat out full exposure. So I have, if you are familiar with what I've been running and how I've been running for a while, I've had a website and I still have it, turningsolutions.com. And turningsolutions.com, I like it was ranking very high for about a year, and then in the March Google update, if you've heard anything about like the March Google update nerfed my site out of orbit. Like it like delisted Turning Solutions, and I think understandably, right? Because like it listed me as an AI spam content site, which is what my blog articles like. That's exactly what I was doing, right? Like I had like 400 or 500 blog articles maybe on that site, right? And it was like I would write like 50 blog articles on like for like a keyword, because that's what everyone else was doing, right? And so I knew I needed to compete with that. And then so then like, Google took a very heavy hand to that. And then so like in March, I spun up applicable grounded innovations. As you see here, this website that we're looking at here, you can see it's spun up in March, right? And then I did this. I spun this up very specifically, like after that, like the Google nerf, and then I decided to take a very opposite approach with this website, which was very low quantity of blog articles, but very high quality of blog articles. And then so with each blog article, I made sure that the content length was a lot higher. I spent a lot more time with them. I rewrote a lot of it, right? I didn't just feed it into AI, take AI's article, and then bring it up, publish it up. I think and that's the big thing, right? And like a lot of people, they think like it's good content and it reads well. That's kind of how I think, right? And I think like oftentimes, I think sometimes like people wouldn't know. And then so I've been like writing for a while, right? I never considered myself a writer, but like people at this point, I acknowledge that people like they pay for my writing and at certain points, and then so I've been paid to write articles before, and then the going rate for writing an article, like if you get paid well, and you should be getting paid well for if you're going to do it, right, is like $500 to $1,000 per article. And then within that, like they expect good quality, right? And then so I flat out, again, I'll be very honest, like I've tried to turn in like okay, here's an article where like I half wrote it, and then I got lazy, and then I had AI write like large sections of it, and the editor just got mad. Like they like knew immediately, right? And like didn't know that it was AI writing. It's just like, this is garbage. This isn't what I'm paying you. Like I'm paying you for like I'm paying you good money, like write a good article, right? I want something different, like, and that's the like that, and that's the what it comes back to, right? Like, and for me, like every time that I've been paid to write an article, it's because of that. Like, you have a very distinct writing style. I'm paying you for your distinct writing style. Like, don't try to don't give me a generic article. I don't want a generic article. I want your distinctness. And then in this modern, like, and as we go more and more and more towards AI adoption, that distinctness, like your unique stamp, the like something unique about it is going to be more and more and more important. And it's going to matter more than quality. Like, to me, it's essentially what we've done is like we've essentially any sort of issues with regards towards quality and media across the board have been eliminated, and we've been on this track for a while now, right? Like, I think that like YouTube, for example, you can see that the quality of YouTube videos has exploded, right? My type of content and my quality of content is very low compared to a lot of other content creators in the current status quo. But if this was 10 years ago, my content quality would be very high because the content quality has been moving along this trend, right? This quality trend. And we've seen this through, this isn't a new trend. What AI has done is just essentially like narrowed that border, like the incremental movements are no longer there. It's just like we're here, right? Same quality across the board, and it's amazing quality. But then what I've noticed now is in this area is that people are starting to care less about the overall quality, right? When there's a baseline of quality of not garbage, like it's everyone is going to the quality no longer matters as much, right? Like, there's a McDonald's that exists. You can always go to McDonald's, so then I know that it's going to be no worse than McDonald's no matter what I choose. So I'm not focusing as much on that equation as more. And then so what stands out to me is something that's unique, that's good, right? Good quality food or a unique experience is going to stand out to me far more than driving past the fifth McDonald's. Like, and so I think that's the big thing within this that people don't realize. So they like the big question that people ask me and why I've had this like stats and why we're looking at this the whole entire time up here is like people are like, how do I drive unique stats to my site? Like, how do I get traffic to my site? Like, and then it's like, well, like, what are you doing? I'm using ChatGPT, and I'm like, I'm getting out like good articles. Well, then it's like, you're doing the same exact thing as everyone else. Like, just do something different. I don't like. It could be lots of different things. It could be, just do literally something different. It doesn't matter exactly what the different is. Make sure it's not bad quality. Like, utilize and be smart about it, right? These tools exist, and there's quality levels that exist and baselines that exist, but use the tools in creative ways. Come up with unique sort of situations, fine-tune the model, create your own custom model, and then start experimenting with those types of things. I think those are going to be like things that we're going to see more and more. Like I see a world of more and more personalized AI, and more personalized AI usage and more personalization across the board. And I think that's the missing element that people are not catching on within this yet. Everyone still wants like this big silver bullet, right? Like, what's the AI app for me? Like, how exactly do I tackle this overall industry? And it's not about building an app that is going to get every user. It's not about tackling every industry. It's about molding it for your specific use cases, your specific business, and what exactly you want to accomplish within it. And that's going to be the same thing across. People are going to find that that's the same whether it's AI, whether it's your website, across the board. And I think it's good that we're coming back to that, right? Like, I think we've, for generations now, for a few generations, have had too much of a mass-produced society and too much of a SaaS society. It's hard for people to get past these mindsets and to get past these. But the people that are able to get past the mindset and are able to look and see actually like, wow, this is actually a tool for me to be creative and to enhance my creativity as opposed to taking it from me. Those are the people that are starting to thrive within this and realize, hey, there's something here. And I think those are going to be the people that are going to take off more and more. And you're going to see that more and more differentiation as we move forward. So that's all I have on this particular subject. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.